The views or opinions expressed in this presentation are those of the participants and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of Westman Communications Group or its employees.
All right, we are in the car today. Because they let us out again. We're going to go to the Brandon Hills.
I'm surprised that they let us out for a third time.
And they let us out in the nice new Explorer again. You may have seen it in our Spruce Woods video.
2024 Ford Explorer, only 6,936 kilometers on it. 800 kilometers worth of range. But we're not going to go that far. We're going to the good old trusty Brandon Hills.
A little fun fact about the Brandon Hills. The Brandon Hills were originally formed by glaciers that left behind a long ridge spanning several kilometers east and west.
Yeah. So,
long story short, they're a hiking trail.
Yeah. Long story short, they're a hiking trail. And there are several signs that dot the hiking trail that kind of explain the history of it. So we'll make a pit stop. We'll read them. We'll understand the history a little bit.
We're also eating apples because we're in the car and I haven't eaten breakfast. And Colin's like, "You need to eat breakfast." And I was like,
"We need nutritional value." I bought everyone apples and granola bars because we need to have a nutritional, healthy breakfast before we go hiking.
I also have another little fun fact for you.
Go for it.
The Brandon Hills are often nicknamed the Blue Hills of Brandon because of their distinct color seen from a distance in the summertime.
That is true. They do kind of have a blue tint.
Why are they blue?
I don't know if that's due to the curvature of the earth or the atmosphere.
Curvature of the earth. That was a sentence that scratched my brain in a really nice way, actually. I don't know why it sounded really nice.
Just roll off the tongue. The curvature of the earth.
Curvature. Anyway.
Enough about grammar. We're gonna get the car.
Ow.
I almost said the cat. We're gonna get the cat fired up and we're gonna go to the Brandon Hills. Very short drive today. Not as long as Big Valley was. Big Valley was like an hour either way. So this is a very short trip. So if you are living in Brandon and you have not been to the Brandon Hills at least once, it's a very short drive. It's very close.
It's like a 15-minute drive from where we are. We're at Sobeys in the mall right now.
Yeah. It's about a 10-15 minute drive south out of Brandon. So it's very close. It's very easy to get to. So without further ado, I think we're ready to go.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Hello. We've made it to the Brandon Hills. This
Ta-da!
is our car. Pretty car. You may have seen it in the
parking lot.
Woods.
Yeah. The parking lot's actually quite empty today.
Yeah.
If you kind of take a quick look behind you, it's nice and empty.
So
and there's only one other car here. So, I mean, granted, we are going kind of first thing in the morning, so it is dead and it is the middle of the week. Usually on the weekend and on weekends with nice weather, you can expect it to be it's a decent amount of people, but the trails are pretty they're pretty stretched far, so you're not really going to run into too many people too frequently. But
it's a very sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, there's just not a whole lot of people to run into, so it's a very quiet area. It's far enough out of the city where you don't hear the hustle and bustle and the main highway 10.
Also, we have bug sprayed up excessively.
I am a little clammy already because I already put on so much, but that's good because this is,
sticky, but it's
even though necessarily we're not in proper tick season right now, this is unfortunately tick central, mosquito central, flies, bees, wasps, all the bugs that you don't like.
All the stuff that can kill us.
Well,
and bears and snakes apparently.
Okay, that's dramatic. All the bugs that can cause you harm or annoyance, they are here. Bears are here in the Brandon Hills, but
and we're not prepared for that.
But again, they are just as scared of you as you are of them. If you go in packs, like we're going in a group of 3 plus the cameraman.
I'm gonna fist fight the.
That is the cameraman, so it'd be with the cameraman.
Whatever.
I'm gonna fist fight the bear. I watched a show about it.
Kenzie's gonna fist fight a bear. But before we get her, we give her the chance. We are going to make a lot of general noise, which generally scares bears away. So without further ado, let's start embarking. So.
Do you think if I go roar to the bear, it'll run away?
It will look at you like it's dinner.
Like it's dinner, or like I'm.
Your dinner. Sorry.
All right. Yeah. Use proper grammar.
Play dead. Cover yourself in honey. Climb on a large white plate.
Yeah, like you said, there's one other car. There's 4.
Oh. There is this big
Wagoneer from Alberta
is blocking 3 other vehicles. I legitimately didn't even know that because that car was so huge. But so there are 2 collections of trails. There's the main. That's relevant. This is what we're looking at here. Come. So these trails here are the main trails. Parking lots right here. Now, from my best recollection, there's a bunch of these. I think these trails are all disconnected and on kind of in their own little section. While we do have the main A, B, and C trails. So because from my recollection, I have not been on the trails for a few years, but my understanding was they added some new trails. I think on the north side here. Or I could be getting my directions out, but yeah, because if you look here, there's like the A loop. Sorry?
All right.
You're seeing some places there? What's up?
Read that. There's going to be
A
a
mock
fake crime scene somewhere.
Forensic
Can we find
Anthropology
it?
Field School. A mock crime scene including a grave that contains pig bones has been set up on the BU property in the Brandon Hills to train anthropology students. If you see
And it's all the way
near
to...
marker 30.
Can we please go find it?
That is far. Not really that far, but
So you do not enter this area as students will be working hard to preserve the scene.
But I wanna.
We
For
will
the
be
sake
in
of-
the field from August 6th to August
We're welcome to
15th.
stop by. Let's go. It says we're welcome to stop by. Can we go see them? Can we go see the crime scene? You
It's,
sound like a child right
we
now.
recorded this on August 7th, and they started yesterday.
Anyone need some lip gloss?
Sure.
yeah.
Look.
And we are off. So we, after looking over the giant map with like the almost 60 different markers and trails and whatnot, we decided that we're just gonna go on the classic A route. So the A route, which if we go off to our right here, that's the starting point of the trails. The A route is kind of the most popular route that you will expect to probably find a lot of people in because it's the shortest route, and you know it's kind of one of the pinnacle classic ones because the A, B, and C loop are the three main trails that people go on the most, I would say.
You weren't kidding when you said this was like forest.
Yeah, there is a sign coming up here. Yeah, so you see the signs there, A, B, and C loop. That's the sign I was pointing to right there. Now I don't want to step through all that to get there, but so there's the A loop, the B loop, and the C loop. Now, the C loop, it is quite far because essentially if you keep going, you'll essentially kind of double back entirely. You know, you go from A to B, loop around to C, come back through B, and then you come back eventually through A. And that's a lot of walking, like that's nearly 10 kilometers. I have walked 10 kilometers before, but that was in a city, not in the middle of nowhere. So for the sake of our legs and for the fact that we're carrying heavy backpacks, or at least mine's heavy, we're gonna go on the A loop. It is the shortest one at 2.5 kilometers.
Cool.
Let's head her out. So first impressions, Kenzie?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Oh, well, that's a great attitude.
I'm trying not to get ticks, man.
What? We won't get ticks.
You
Okay.
say that, but we're literally
Well, we'll see how the
walking.
trails are. Once we get kind of properly into the bush, usually a lot of this grass
Once we get
kinda-
into the bush.
the bush.
The bush.
Just wait till we get properly into the woods. I'm sure that's where I
The
think the
ticks
grass
are?
is well, well maybe, but eventually this will become more shaded, and hopefully there's less grass.
don't-
You'll be okay, Kenzie.
Something's on my literal toe.
If it makes you, I don't know if you have high socks on, but you can just tuck
I
your socks.
don't.
Okay. Well, unless you want to trade socks, then
Yeah,
you,
let's try socks.
you can take the socks and you can put your pant legs inside the socks and wrap it around it, and effectively air seals your pants from ticks. Okay, so we might as well address how we kind of talked about it earlier, but with ticks. We're gonna do a quick tick PSA. Wear bug spray, okay? Always, lots of it. We're not in traditional tick season like we mentioned earlier. However, you should still always wear bug spray regardless, because you don't know what cretinous creatures are out here. There's roots and there's rocks, so everyone's stumbling and tripping, and we're going up a hill. But always remember, if you do find a tick implanted in your skin, get it off carefully with tweezers. Don't yank that thing out, okay? When you do tick checks, I always do the method of, for example, if it's on your arm, you just slowly, deliberately check down your arm. Don't just look and assume. Always feel down your arms, your legs, your chest, your abdomen, your back. It's always good to have someone to help you tick check, because sometimes checking, quickly checking your scalp, the back of your neck, your back, kind of some of those hard to see areas. What was the thing I was going to talk about? That was the last one.
Don't get Lyme disease.
Don't get Lyme disease. That's a very important one. Getting Lyme disease is not good, period. You do not want Lyme disease, because that's a long-term thing. Shoot, I just had one thing in my head. What was I going to say?
We'll think about it and we'll mention it.
We'll think about it. I remember the thing I was going to talk about. So when you do check for ticks, always try and check for the more kind of warmer areas on your body. So for example, that would be the armpits, the belly button, beneath the knee, and in the groin. Ticks do like to burrow in those areas, especially like, for example, like down in your socks. So you always want to make sure that you're checking those kind of warmer areas because they kind of do need some of that body heat from you, especially as it gets a little more colder like in the fall and in the spring.
Hello, we have made it to our first sign, the birth of the hills.
And this is also the decisive point where if you look behind you, on the left there is trail A, and on the right there's trail B and C.
We're going that way, right?
Yes, we're gonna go on trail A because it's shorter and we don't want to walk too terribly long.
Nobody better.
So we have the first
killed
sign
on that
here,
tree.
and this is the defining one that explains the history. The sign is a little scratched, so it's a little hard to read there, so I hope I don't mispronounce any words, but
I'm just gonna stand over here where there's not grass.
You want
You
me
do
to
that.
read it because I can read it?
I'll read it. The birth of the hills. Glaciers flowing across this area more than 12,000 years ago carried huge amounts of rock, gravel, and other particles from northern and central Manitoba. As the ice melted, it released those materials. The deposits formed large ridges or end mountains, I think that is. Moraines. Oh yeah, end moraines at the leading edge of the glacier, during periods when the ice front was stationary. The Brandon Hills are an example of an end moraine. The relative amounts of gravel, sand, silt, and clay in the deposits influence the development of soils and the kinds of vegetation growing on them. So you can kind of see as the glaciers kind of come back, it kind of forms this end moraine, and that's what we are standing on now, full of amazing vegetation and your two favorite members of the Casey Chronicles.
All right, so we made it to our second sign, and my face is itchy, but anyway, we made it to our second sign called destruction or renewal. Dead trees provide habitat for insects, which become food for woodpeckers and other birds. Squirrels, wrens, chickadees, woodpeckers, and owls nest in cavities in dead trees. Once these trees fall, they can provide shelter for rabbits, weasels, and mice. Eventually, mosses, fungi, and bacteria colonize and decompose the wood. Death and decomposition are vital for recycling of nutrients and the renewal of life.
It's like the cycle of life. It's like the snake eating itself. It's the cycle of life and death, and nature is one of those great places where no one should meddle in it. This is just, it's nature, and that's what happens.
But we're going to keep trucking along. Maybe we're going to find the crime scene that BU
We are
is
coming
setting
up to it. We checked the sign that we saw at the beginning. There's little miniature versions of the sign all along the trail, and we checked it, and we are coming up to it. So
hopefully
maybe we'll come
across.
across a dead. If they're using like pigs, oh, I hope to God it doesn't like reek
Well, they
of
might
death.
not even be out yet.
Well,
But
maybe.
anyway, we'll keep trucking along.
One of the
It's
many
a danger.
One of the many things. Now, when you go on these trails, particularly the A trail, you will come across times where you have to play a bit of a Frogger. Thankfully, because there hasn't been a whole lot of rain recently, there's not a lot of sitting water here, and like it's not like very bad mud, because there are some times where it rains a lot and it's a pain to go around. So
This
always make
side's
sure
a lot muddier.
a lot muddier. So don't bring shoes here that you wouldn't mind. Or sorry, like don't bring shoes that you don't want to get dirty, because if you do, you might have to pay the price for it. So bring shoes that you don't mind getting a little dirty and scuffed up, because I mean, you should know that when you go hiking. Like, don't bring your Air Jordans or your LeBrons or Kobe's or whatever your shoes you have.
Anyway, we keep trucking.
We keep trucking up the hill. /research area, Department of Anthropology.
Do we want to go a little more into your position?
Yeah, so, it's out of signs, and we wanted to come check it out. This feels like a crime scene. So, what is this kind of research or like training for, essentially?
Forensic anthropology, so just learning how we can establish a crime scene and how we can process it to help the RCMP if needed.
Nice. That's really cool. So you have to be pretty thorough and pretty detailed with it. Because you have to kind of sweep and search for body parts, I assume. So
Absolutely, and any evidence relating to the scene or a crime.
Mm-hmm. So are these little flags kind of denoting like evidence in a sense, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So each flag will represent either evidence or a trail, a pathway leading to a spot that we're trying to establish further. So
Cool.
yeah. This is cool though.
Yeah,
I
this
almost
is
thought
yeah,
of boy
yeah,
It's really cool.
yeah. Well, at first we saw the sign and we saw crime scene. We thought someone died on this trail. Then we saw, oh no, it's just for education. Okay,
Absolutely.
Perfect.
that's really cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for
No problem.
So what? We're about halfway ish.
yeah. We're about halfway. We did the
We
quick.
went and checked out the crime scenes.
was
Scenes
pretty cool.
multiple.
And the students were there. They were there, planning the excavation. And
They did invite us back to film.
So we're
the
taping this on a Wednesday, and they said Thursday, Friday, they are doing the excavation process.
So we're gonna try and come back
So
Friday.
we might come back Friday, and if we do, we'll
And if
have
we- yeah.
we'll have that footage there. But it was pretty cool. They
Yeah.
I think it was really cool that they were able to kind of go into the. Bless you. It's
was
pretty
wet.
cool that they were able to go into the middle of nowhere
And just do that.
and and train for it. So it's to help excavate for crime scenes, to help the RCMP.
And how to like process. I don't know if we have any of her saying it, like if it's any audio from it. But
Yeah, we're kind of just paraphrasing, but
we're
it's,
hoping
yeah,
that
for,
we
like,
have some
crime
audio
scene.
from the lady who we talked to. But yeah, she explains it more in detail, like this for processing.
Bless you again.
I
Alright.
did film it.
Yeah, but it's for processing crime scenes, and so they can help the RCMP, which I think is one of the coolest things. I almost went into like forensic science myself,
Yeah, you're about to like
so I'm geeking out a little bit.
really geeking. Well, when you saw the sign, you were the biggest proponent of, can we go there? And I'm like, okay.
I love true crime, and I love like detective work. It's one of the coolest things.
we did do a podcast about true crime.
And we are gonna do another one.
We're gonna do another one. But before we do that,
We're gonna stop and have a snack.
we're gonna stop and have a snack. Maybe further down the trail or right here, depends on what we're doing. But
All right, so we're heading. Oh, we're almost back, I think.
we're almost there.
I don't actually know where we are.
We're on our way back. We're probably about just over halfway back.
Yeah. So maybe we'll just
We
stop
have
and eat in the car. I don't know.
a slanted tree, actually. That's pretty cool, actually.
Slanted tree.
Oh, slanted tree.
Purple flowers.
Flowers there.
Different purple flowers.
You like your flowers. Do you know the names of the flowers?
Nope. But I know these ones you can actually eat. These.
Which ones? Like these ones here, Ken?
Yeah, those ones. No, like these. There's little ones down here.
Oh, the plovers.
Yeah, you can eat them. These are daisies, I'm pretty sure is what they're called.
Okay, so we have reached probably the most scenic part of the trail.
I don't know what's happening, guys.
Specifically on the A-loop, and Kenzie dropped her flower.
Can't
Good
miss
job,
a flower.
Kenzie.
Take a look here. Now the water sometimes is higher depending on what time of year you come in. Obviously, we have not had a whole lot of rain, so
I'm
there's
not a fan.
a lot of.
I'm not a fan.
Kenzie's not a fan of all this long grass, but it's okay. We just walk right through. It's pretty cool, like kind of like little bog almost, if you want to think of it as that, because there is so much, trees and paths and whatnot. This kind of breaks that monotony a little bit, so it's pretty cool.
There's more long grass. We have to
I like
walk
it. Are
in.
you okay? What's wrong?
I just feel the creepy crawlies because I know we're walking in long grass and it's bothering me.
And with that, with our flowers in hand, we have reached the end of the A-loop. So
Oh my god, why does it feel like it was longer than it was?
that's the magic of hiking in the deep woods. It's the magic of hiking in the deep
Ew,
woods.
giant ant.
And there was that detour.
Yeah, we took the detour. So technically, it went on longer than it technically did. But
That was a lot of technicalities.
yeah.
Jesus.
When I come home.
Anyway, yeah, we made it to the end. We're almost back at the parking lot now. We see where we started.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just off to our left, to your right.
That's where we started, pretty much. So.
Yeah, we started there, and you come back out, and it's just one giant circle you go in, essentially.
Yeah. So now we're just gonna follow back out to the parking lot, go to the car, do a really, really thorough tick check, so that we can not have ticks, because I'll cry.
Yeah, agreed.
We made it back to the car.
Now
Thankfully.
time for tick check. That's important.
I'm
We
gonna
don't
put my
want-
stuff in the car though first. And
Yeah. So what are we gonna do with the flowers?
Keep them.
We're gonna keep the flowers.
Just kidding.
Yeah, let's throw stuff in the
Oh.
Explorer first, and then we'll.
She just threw her flower. That's how she treats nature, folks. Signing off. Okay, so we have tick checked. We are back in the car.
And we're gonna head back to the office.
We managed to not get ticks for a third time.
At least
in a
none
row.
that we can see right now.
None that-
We're
none-
gonna do scalp check, me and Cullen, when we get back to the
Yeah,
office.
and got that long
And then I'm
hair.
also gonna check my thighs, because that's the only place that I can't really check in my jeans.
Yeah.
Um,
We're pretty thorough in how we check for ticks, and
my shoes
honestly-
are completely off right now.
yeah, we
Because I
had
took
we
my
even
socks
checked
off.
inside the shoes as well to be 100% certain.
Hey, I
so-
went inside the socks, man.
You went inside the socks, and between the toes as well. You don't need to know all
Showed
that.
your
but-
dogs on camera.
Not on camera.
Not on
just-
camera. No, we're not doing
out
that.
here.
We're not gonna subject you guys to that. fate.
But that's the other place I would always check for ticks, is in between your toes.
in the
They like to
toesies,
chill there.
in the toesies.
My head hurts so bad. I'm
Water.
gonna need to take some. Yeah, I'm also have Tylenol. But we're gonna head back.
Yep.
Once Colin starts the car, and we're gonna just have a calm, nice vibe all the way home.
Agreed.
High five. We have made it back to the office in one piece,
Yes.
and we decided we were gonna film a nice outro because why not?
Why not?
Because you need to see
this is
our
our-
house once in a
yeah.
while.
Our house is our house. We
You need to see it once in a while.
Yeah, you need to make sure that you see it at least once in a while, because if you're not close to your familiar surroundings, you get homesick.
Yeah. So we just thought maybe we should plop it into this video. What did you think today?
I liked it. I really do like the Brandon Hills. It is a very good, solid hiking trail. You know, it's not too far from the city, so you don't have to go too far to get to it. Especially, you know, all the new trails that have been added, like the you have the traditional A, B, and C loop, but now they kind of updated map where it has like all the different trails with varying difficulties. I tried off camera. I tried to get us to go down like one of the black trails, which is labeled as the very difficult trails, but I
would have died.
I got 2 no's to 1 yes, so democracy unfortunately won.
Okay, in my defense, it was already kind of warm and we were kind of just having a rough day.
I was cold and I was wearing a
Not
flannel.
like cold, but like I don't know. I feel like I was just ready to come home. And we only had a certain amount of time. We technically supposed to be out there, so
Yeah, I know.
by the time we got back to the
constraints.
car, it was 11:30, and we're supposed to be back by 12. And I don't even know what time it is now. I think it's 12
about,
now.
It's about 12 actually now, so
But
good timing.
yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm not one for like long grass, especially during tick season. But we didn't get any ticks that we know of.
No, we did a thorough tick check.
I'm
Didn't
gonna
get
do
any
an even
ticks.
more thorough tick check later.
Yeah, after this, we're gonna have to check our hair, our scalps,
Yeah.
and all that. So
I'm gonna go change anyway because I have to go to Walmart after this.
Walmart. What are you buying at Walmart?
Pepperoni sticks. It's very specific, and I love pepperoni sticks.
Pepperoni sticks.
Pepperoni sticks. They're so good.
I feel like I should just go to the store.
And
tonight
this is
just buy
because
something,
last
too.
night I was talking to my boyfriend. He had a pepperoni stick, and I was like,
And you got that
want,
jealous, and you're like, you know what? I need one too.
I want a pepperoni stick. And he's like, yeah, go to Walmart tomorrow and get a pepperoni stick. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Walmart. The other funny thing he did was we went to the movies to watch the new Deadpool and Wolverine. No spoilers, but it's really good to go watch it. And we got like this large popcorn, 2 medium drinks, and a large candy. And we ended up getting M&Ms. And I haven't had M&Ms in a long time. And I had a good year where almost the only candy I would eat the entire year was M&Ms. Because they just hit.
So you craved M&Ms for an entire year,
So then we had M&Ms at the theater.
and
And went out and bought 4 bags of M&Ms. But they're not all the same kind. Okay, I bought the minis. the
Okay.
regular chocolate ones, and then I bought almond and caramel. The caramel ones are really good. The caramel ones used to be my favorite.
I haven't had M&Ms in years.
But yeah, so now I have lots of M&Ms. So M&Ms and pepperoni sticks will be my supper tonight. Because your
Now that-
mom won't invite me over for pulled pork.
I'm gonna have pulled pork.
Yeah, because his mom... he's the one who said I couldn't come over for supper later, so...
I mean, if you want to come, you can, but I don't. Why?
Because pulled pork. That sounds actually so good right now. Maybe I'll have to get my dad to make that one and go up and visit him.
That actually is
My
good.
dad makes really good
I'm
pulled pork.
hungry now. It's only midday, and I've got like I've got several more hours until I can go home and eat it.
I'm
so
sure you got snacks.
I've got snacks. I've got lunch, but I have a boring salad and pulled pork.
Yeah, well, you get pulled pork later. I won't get pulled pork for like
Yeah!
2 weeks.
Well, if you want to come over, you can. Just
We'll see.
I'll just leave a plate outside. it's like a house pet.
Yeah. But we're getting a little off topic.
We're
But
getting a little off topic. The Brandon Hills was lots of fun.
Yeah.
I would recommend that to anyone who wants a good old classic hiking experience. The trails do vary in difficulty, like we were kind of saying, and
and you can see in the video some of the trails we walked through are like completely just like long grass, but others were like nice and cleared. So it just
Yeah.
depends where you decide to go.
Yeah.
We did run into a dog. Well, two dogs.
2 dogs.
And we came across some crime scenes, which will be featured.
Shout out to the
BU
Brandon
Anthropology.
and the Faculty of Science, I think that is. Don't quote me on
Something
that.
like
But
that. We're not sure.
shout out to the Faculty of Science and BU Anthropology course. That was really cool.
Yeah,
I found
they talked to us about it. They informed us what they were doing. We got to see both of the crime scenes they were doing. So I think that was one of the coolest things
That was cool.
we got to see. It was
we like going into this, we had no idea that they were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We just saw their little sign.
and we were like, let's go see.
Well-
and by we, I mean me.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, we need to go see this right now," and I was like, "If I say no, she'll be upset. They're like the rest of the walk, so we might as well just go do it."
It was one of the coolest things. I
It was cool.
I almost went into forensic science, so it's kind of cool for me to see.
Yeah,
Because if I went into forensic science, that's what I'd be doing.
it's like you were doing your 2 passions. You were, filming with media, but you got to investigate.
Got to see a crime scene.
Got to see a crime. It wasn't a real crime.
It wasn't
scene.
real.
It
They
was
were
a
using
mock.
pig bones.
Yeah,
It
like
says
pig
that.
bones.
In the,
Yeah. So
But they're doing
It's not 100% real,
excavation later this week.
yeah.
There may or may not be footage of that
or
in
may
here.
not
We
be
are not
footage.
sure.
We are not
At the
sure.
time we are filming this outro, we are
We
not
do
sure.
not know.
So do not
So
yell at us
if we do film it, you would have already seen it.
but if we don't,
But if we don't, then we're really sorry.
we wish
But
we
we
could.
did shoot some video while we were there. It's probably already played by now.
Hopefully we got audio of the girl who was explaining it.
Well, I'm editing this, so I have to you have to rely on me being a good editor. I don't know if I'm a good editor.
But we really do appreciate you guys joining us for our
Yep.
third
It was
outing.
our 3rd Casey Chronicles travels.
What was that?
Travels.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
But we really enjoyed doing the travel vlogs.
we really do enjoy doing it. We probably won't get to do a whole lot more
I think we
because
have one more planned.
we have one more that's definitely like on the
Where
schedule.
are we going for that? Well, maybe we shouldn't spoil
Can't spoil it.
We'll talk about this after.
We'll talk
but
about this after, but
we have one more planned for the end of summer.
we have one more planned, but hopefully in the fall we can maybe go hit up some other areas. Like we talked about, maybe when the weather's a little nicer, we might go back to Spruce Woods to go to the Devil's Punch Bowl when the weather's a little more nicer and it's not the surface of the sun.
yeah.
So,
But
that's
for
all.
sh-
But that's all the planning phase.
for sure, one we are going to be doing at the end of summer. But it's
Yep.
sad to think we've only got 3 weeks of summer left.
I know.
I'll go back to school in 3 weeks. Jesus. Jeez.
and the ki-
Louise.
And then it's just gonna be one Casey Chronicles episode a month.
No, we're gonna power through. And the other good news is coming up in like a week and a half now. Is my tattoo appointment. It has changed from 10. It is going to 9 because I switched up a little bit. But I got a sketch of one of mine.
She showed me it in the car.
It's gonna be so cool.
It's really cool.
So when
really
I
like it.
get back from that, we should do.
Which one is that? Like, where's that one going?
I think that one's going on my thigh.
Okay.
But like lower thigh, so I can wear shorts and it'd be seen, or like a skirt and it'd be seen.
Nice.
But I do think we should do a little tattoo update. Not necessarily full episode, but
This is
once
gonna
I
be
come
pretty much
back.
all dedicated to you. I've been kind of behind on that. Do
But I'm very, very excited for it.
you want to know what else is coming up? In 18 days from now is my birthday.
Wow.
From the time that we're taping this.
We're going to have to do a Casey Chronicles birthday episode for you.
My birthday falls on the weekend, so it's not going to be a true birthday, but we can pretend.
We can pretend. But I can't make you a gluten-free cake because I don't have an oven at my house, so.
It's okay. I'll just get some snacks. And
I quite literally don't have an oven at my house. It's kind of a sad.
then get one. Just
No.
buy those Easy Bake ovens.
Yeah, I'll make you some little easy bake oven stuff. It's probably gluten-free. It's probably just like Play-Doh, but they cook it. I don't know. I've never had an easy bake oven, guys. So.
Play-Doh. How edible.
Speaking of Play-Doh, I walked by Terry's desk and he had a Play-Doh dinosaur kit on his desk.
Yeah, it was in the candy bowl, and I was like...
Why was it in the candy bowl?
It was in the candy bowl yesterday.
Why is there Play-Doh in the candy bowl? Okay, Play-Doh's not edible, guys.
Okay, but
Don't
it goes
eat
together.
Play-Doh.
A lot of kids play with Play-Doh. They eat lots of candy. It makes sense to have them both.
Why
in the
is
same
there
place.
stuff for kids here? There's like never any kids here. I am not a kid. I just eat the candy.
You are like the youngest. You're actually not even the youngest.
I'm
here,
not the
but-
youngest,
But
don't
you're
even-
one of the youngest here. I'm also one of the youngest here, but
Anyway.
that's besides the point.
Besides the point, we will plan something for his birthday coming up. We do have another travel coming up, and we hope that you've seen both of our previous travel.
If not, go
vlogs
watch
by
them.
now. If not, it's Spruce Woods and Big Valley. Please go watch them. We had so much fun
I had lots of
especially
fun
at
doing
Big Valley. We had a lot of
We
fun
had a lot
doing
of
it.
fun doing that one.
So please go check it out. Please go support us. And if you love us doing what we do, please let us know. The email is WCGTV@westmancom.com.
Boom. That is the email.
That is right. Okay.
That is right.
I was just spitting.
You were spitting facts and you were spitting fire.
Yes. So. But we should do a tick check, and I need to go get some pepperoni sticks and go home.
Just so you can have your pepperoni sticks Smarties supper.
It's M&M's, not Smarties. Get it right.
They're more or less the same.
I'm gonna be watching Shameless. That show's
Shameless.
really funny.
I'm going to be watching nerdy, mythical, high fantasy stuff.
I'm gonna watch Markiplier.
Nice.
Just the reaction compilations.
Just the reactions.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway,
We're waffling.
we're waffling. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your week,
Yes.
whatever you're having. We hope it's wonderful.
Day or night, rain or shine.
Yeah, we had some good rain yesterday, actually.
Yep. And we were lucky that it didn't rain, and we had perfect weather. Late teens, cloudy, perfect hiking weather.
So make sure you check out Brandon Hills maybe before summer ends. You know, get your fix. We didn't get any ticks, so you should be okay. But bring bugs.
Bring lots of it.
I'm illiterate, guys.
Bring lots of bug spray, bring lots of water, bring sunscreen,
It wasn't super sunny, but if you're going on a sunny day, take some sunscreen
and bring a smile. It helps.
and a hat,
And a hat.
like a cool WC. You don't get these because
You don't get
we're
these,
employees,
but we get these.
mine's better
I was just your hat matches your shirt and mine almost
because my
matches
shirt's green.
Well, yeah, but it looks gray or close to gray.
I didn't even think about wearing this today. But
It matches. It
it's
matches
okay.
my hair
At
too.
least it's not see-through. That could be real bad.
Okay.
But let's head out. Let's say goodbye
Let's
to
head
our
out.
fans
Let's
that
go buy some
we're
let's
not
just
sure if
do,
we have.
like, do you want to just go and buy some pepperoni sticks?
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go do that.
we will see you guys. Oh, I'm hitting things. We will see you guys next time. We are planning on recording an actual podcast episode
In a couple
this
days.
week.
Yeah.
So you will
the
get a little
podcast-
change of us in
we're
the
gonna get it.
studio.
Oh yeah, more podcasts are coming. We haven't ditched the podcast. We're just while it's still summer, we're trying to get as many
Things
of
filmed.
these traveled ones. Because well, it's easier to travel.
The other thing is if you have any ideas for a podcast or if you or anyone you know is interested in doing a podcast here in the studio with us or by yourself, please contact us at WCGTV@westmancom.com because, sorry, a little burp, we would be really happy to hear from you.
Absolutely.
And we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you
We
for
will see you
watching.
guys next time.
So long.